Hi, if you also think that AI will cut all the jobs, then be with me for next 30 minutes and I will prove that there will be more number of jobs in the future because of AI. Welcome to the Rethink AI lecture series where I teach you about artificial intelligence. Today we will see lecture 3 where we are going to talk about some important AI terms. Okay, so let's move to our presentation, and it's my promise I will prove there will be more number of jobs in future. Here is our presentation, beautifully designed by team, and I really like the concept of this presentation. Okay, so here is lecture 3. We have already covered first two lectures. If you have not watched, I highly recommend please go back, watch the first two chapters, first two lectures, and then come back here. In today's lecture, we will talk about important AI terms and their meanings, part 2. We have already covered the part 1. If you have not checked that, please go back, watch that chapter, watch that lecture, and come back here because these two chapters are totally interconnected. And when you are watching these chapters, please subscribe to Rethink AI YouTube channel where we are pioneering AI future for you and with you. So now let's move to the next part of the presentation. Welcome to today's objective is to teach you the past about AI terms, but also show you that there will be more number of jobs in the future. Yes, there will be more and more number of jobs in the future, and I will show you where they will be exactly. So if you are concerned about your career or you are building a business or kind of AI startup or tech startup, this is the right place for you. Even in the lecture series, you will understand the importance of, producing the jobs. So today's first terms is artificial neural network, but in this series it's 19th. That's why I'm recommending if you have not watched the last lecture, please go back and watch it. So what is AI artificial neural network? It's basically part of deep learning. In last lecture, I taught you that there are many circles. Like you can say, this is this circles is AI. Then if that bigger circle is AI, then this is machine learning, and here is deep learning. This is a sequence from AI to ML to DL. And so here is we are talking about even inside what is inside deep learning. So basically it's by definition it's a computing system modeled on the human brain consisting of layer of interconnected nodes. It's like a replica of human brains. This is human brain. It's not exact human brain, but it's a replica. There are many nodes, and all these are interconnected with neurons or cells. There are many cells, and they are interconnected. So that's the structure of artificial neural network. Here, I would like to show you this particular thing. Let's say you consider these yellow dots are your, input nodes, and these blue dots are your input nodes. Sorry for the mispronunciation. And the these blue dots are the output nodes. Then these yellow dots are basically the part of artificial neural network. You can say these are the hidden layers. So you see basically the input and the output. The all the layers which are working deep inside are the hidden layers. So that's how it's work. This is neural network. What is activation function? Let's say you are working on a robotics model, or you are developing something, and you want to execute one programming, or you want to execute the second stage, the booster stage. Then you need the activation function, which helps the neural network determines whether a neuron should be activated or not. You can remember this with this button, that it's all about identifying the need of network activation. Okay, let's move to the next part. Let me rub all these, and let's go to the next part. The next is a machine learning tech back propagation. What is back propagation? First of all, back propagation is the learning process for neural networks. Yes, this is very important. And why it's so important? This chapter is a little bit complicated. Okay, so I have tried different ideas to teach you, and different methods. Basically, it took me more than a week to design this single lecture. This is the level of effort I'm putting right here to help you learn artificial intelligence. There is so much fear, and people are literally feeling frightened because of it. I don't know. I want to change it. That's why I'm putting so much effort. Okay. So what is back propagation? Back propagation is a method used in training neural network by adjusting weights to minimizing error. Let's say there is a basically AI model, and this model produce lots of errors. So how are you going to improve it? So it is one example. Let's say this is the output side, and output side you see lots of errors. So what are you going to do? According to the error, you are going to adjust the functioning. That's back propagation. You basically go back in the programming and you identify the loopholes and then you improve it. A machine learning technique is essential to the optimization of artificial neural network. Okay, it's about basically improving the performance of your neural network. Then what is gradient descent? It's This is another way to improve accuracy. When Google Gemini came, there was lots of error in the output, right? So they used different methods like backpropagation, gradient descent, to improve the performance, and now Gemini is performing much better as compared to the earlier version. So we use it. This is a method basically we use to in machine learning to minimize the losses. Okay, why we use gradient descent to improve the accuracy. And what is the definition? An optimization algorithm that's find the best parameters for a model by minimizing the loss function. Okay, here is next. And what is next? Overfitting and underfitting. Okay, before going to the definition, I would like to show you what is the gist of it. What is the base behind it? Let's say this is this is the parameter where would you like to train your AI algorithm, machine learning or whatever, or your robotics model. So you are going to train your AI model or algorithm at this particular line. But due to lack of data or the wrong data set, you have programmed it or trained it with very low or very basic functions. So we can say this is too basic. Okay, let's say we want a level of 100, but our current level is at 50. So we can say it's too basic. Then you are training the model and you have trained it in a way that it literally crammed even the noise in the data, the error in the data. So it's too advanced and can give error as well. So we will say this is, we have overdone it. So this is overfitting and underfitting. When you train a model, but you train it like up to a very basic level, we say it's underfitting. When you train a model and you train it far too advanced, then we say it's overfitting. Okay. A sign of insufficient training, underfitting. A sign of poor generalization, overfitting. I hope this idea will help you in, understanding overfitting and underfitting. Clear all drawings. Let's move to the next slide. Yeah, this is the slide I love. This is the graphics. This is really amazing. So let's talk about loss function. What is loss function? Loss function is, um, you know, it's a function that tells the deviation in the result. The definition is very complicated, a function that measures the difference between predicted and actual values. But to make it easy for you, I have created this a function that tells the deviation in the result. Okay, like you wish to produce output A. These are two functions here, A and B. you have different equation in A. The end result you want is to produce the output A, but your function produce the output B all the time. Okay, so you can say it's a loss function. It basically we use it, for the training purposes. Next, what is training epoch? If your English is not your mother tongue, or it's not your first language, I highly recommend, that's why I have used the pronunciation here. It's not epoch, it's epoch. 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 Okay, so it will help you in pronunciations. It's training epoch. So let's say you have a big data set and you use the entire data set in just one go to train your entire algorithm. Let's say this is our robotics and we are training this robotics. So we use the entire data set to train in just one go. We will say it's training epoch. When complete pass through the entire training data set by the AI model, it's training epoch. Next, what is transfer learning? Let's say we have trained this AI model, to identify the loins. You give it the images and it will identify the loins. So now you want to use this for, different purposes as well. You train the data you train the algorithm for last 6 months probably. And in 6 months, you have trained it perfectly to identify lions anywhere or animals anywhere. Now you need another model to identify birds. Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to train it again? No, we are going to transfer this skill. You can understand this by this way. When you go to apply for a job or you go to corporate sector, they ask you about your, you know, transferable skills. Why they ask for you for your transferable skills? Because there are a few skills which you have learned and they can transfer them directly to the new job without putting you under the burden of relearning. So this is transferable skill and we use it regularly. Okay, and in everything we do. And what is fine tuning? Fine tuning, you can say it's just a part of transfer learning. So what is it? A machine learning technique that improves a model performance for a specific task by adjusting its parameter. Let's say you have trained the algorithm to identify loin, but it's not working well. So what are you going to do in this case? By making some changes in the parameters, you are going to use the same training language, the same training model to identify the parts. If you do that, you say, I'm doing fine tuning. Okay, and please, I'm putting so much effort for you to make sure you learn and you grow. But I highly recommend, please start making your notes. Okay, it's not that AI is going to beat us. AI is not going to beat us, but we human beings have stopped learning. Today, to show you what I do every day, why I'm in research and what I do, I learn a lot. Okay, I make notes regularly. This is a register to make notes for whatever I'm learning. This is the book which I'm reading these days. This is No Limits by Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer. He has broken all the records in swimming field. Okay, this is for if I have to take some brief notes, and these are the printouts. I mean, these are too much basically, but these are the number of printouts I got in just 1 week to read. That's how I'm preparing these lectures for you. So I highly recommend, please don't save the videos that I'm going to watch it later or I have just watched it. Start making your own notes. AI will provide you lots of job opportunities. Next slide, we will see that. Okay, I promised you that I will show, and now we will see it in the next slide. AI will give many opportunities. You will see many billion-dollar companies will come out in future in the field of AI and robotics. But to reach to that level, you must prepare yourself. Learn everything by heart. If even after having a successful career and well stable life, I can have these many notes. Maybe these are maybe 300 or 400 A4 sheet pages. Okay, and in just 1 week. then why are you taking the risk with your career? Put real effort in your career. I have read more than 1,000 books, okay, in last 15, 16 years, and still I'm reading books. So next is the slide which I have been waiting for. It's tokenization and sentiment analysis. So what is tokenization? Let's say you have written a whole paragraph. Okay, so how machine is going to understand that? It's going to basically going to break everything into small part. You can say in the form of tokens to understand it. You can break it in words, or you can break it in sub words. That's how AI is going to understand it, and that's how AI is going to produce the output. What is sentiment analysis? I have been reading the different questionnaires on Quora, and I found people are asking questions about like what is can AI understand human emotions? And the answer is yes. The answer is yes. So what is sentiment analysis? How we understand, we human being understand emotions, how we understand sentiments. Let's say I'm traveling in London, and you come across and you say, "Hey Jadip, how are you? Let's have a tea and coffee." And we are sitting somewhere. And so how we are going to understand the emotion of each other? First is I'm going to understand I'm going to see your facial gestures. Facial gestures are very important. If you are happy, you will have a flooded smile. If you are sad, you will have sad look on your face. Then second thing is tone of voice. Okay. The tone of voice, if you are literally angry, your pitch will be high. If you are literally calm, your pitch will be very low. So these are sentiment analysis. So how AI understand all these things? Uh, right now, AI understand all these things with the help of, whether you are using positive words, negative words, neutral words. That's how AI understands sentiments. But in future, there will be far more opportunities, like you can use face recognition softwares, tools that are going to identify the you know the human emotions or sentiments, and then you can deploy them everywhere, from malls to security centers to airports to metro stations and international events, clubs, societies, where you can track down criminals, or you can use these in the field of social networking, or social media sites, where you can identify people's their emotions, and on the basis of that you will give them recommendations, the right product recommendation, or right software recommendation, or right song recommendations. Can you see the bigger vision? We are just tapping the surface of AI right now. We are going to enter into the field of human emotion with the help of AI. This will be a very big field. And still you feel there will be lack of job? Then wait for the next slide. In next slide, we are going to change it. Okay, here is the next slide. I love this slide. I love this slide. It took a huge time to get these three images. So what is generative AI? The first definition is generative AI, then adversarial AI, and then reinforcement learning agent. What is generative AI? Whatever you see, ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, or Leonardo AI, these all are example of generative AI, where they basically get the input from us, and after getting the input, they produce the results, they produce the outcome. Whether you are producing text, image, you want any music, video, coding, or you are looking for strategy, you are looking for some advices, it's going to prepare everything for you. Okay. And you have like, Jadi, but it's going to cause lots of job losses. No, because what comes after generative AI? Here comes a reinforcement learning agent. What is reinforcement learning agent? When your AI model, machine model, start learning from the environment itself, then we say it's a reinforcement learning agent. Let's take the example. These are three robots. This robots is basically we are using for research purpose. at very remote location. In fact, we are sending now these kind of robotics on Mars as well to study the environment and soil configuration of Mars. And these are the typical robots we are using in agriculture field. There are many countries which are using now AI, which are combining AI robotics together to the grow the production of agriculture. This will be a blessing for developing countries and underdeveloped countries. Mark my words. Developing countries and underdeveloped countries have lots of potential, okay, in terms of agriculture, but they don't have the technology. By connecting AI and robotics, they can literally double 3 times or 4 times or 5 times or 10 times their yield production. And then they can eradicate poverty by a large number. If we human beings, the scientists, the researchers, the entrepreneurs will be able to tap the intersection of let me draw a beautiful diagram for you. This is a very simple diagram, but very effective diagram. Let's say this is AI, okay, and this is IoT, Internet of Things, or robotics. You can say this is AI, or you can say this is robotics. So let me take a different color. Let me take black color here. Okay, so this is the area. This area has lots of potential. You can connect AI and robotic and you can deploy it everywhere. Let's say you use AI and robotics together and you deploy it in the agriculture sector to get the maximum yield from the soil. It will reduce the price of crops significantly and you can eradicate the poverty by a large number. It's according to the United Nations, development plans to eradicate the poverty, to provide the basic amenities to every citizen of this world. And if there is a possibility, these are called Millennium Guidelines. Okay, if there is a possibility, then AI and robotics is going to help there. If you are watching from any developing country or underdeveloped country, and then give these ideas to your government or your your policymakers, that this is the time to connect these two technologies. Okay, if you want ideas, I am ready to give lots of ideas to you. And in fact, you need one idea, then I highly recommend please go to the YouTube channel, Rethink AI YouTube channel, and there is a video under series Unicorn series. Okay, here I have started a new series where I talk about those $1 billion ideas, those ideas that can change the dynamics of the way we live, the way we work, the way we spend, the way we buy. It's going to change everything. And specifically, if you are interested in cost saving with the help of AI and robotics, then this is going to help you. So let me rub it and clear all lines. Okay, so this is reinforcement learning and how we use it. Let's say a particular robot is working in a field. On the basis of the environment, the surrounding, this robotic is going to learn everything. Okay, and by learning it, this robot is going to apply it in that particular location. Okay, that's called reinforcement learning agent. There is so much scope by connecting AI and IoT, or by connecting AI and robotics. There will be so many jobs in this world. You will not be able to understand key job that you will not be able to fulfill the demand of it. Mark my word. Next is adversarial AI. What is adversarial AI? Adversarial AI is, there, let's say your robot is working in the field and there are some vulnerable points or some lacks here there. Then this model is going to help you understand it and eradicate it. Okay, sometime we make, the AI make misleading image, then you need adversarial AI to correct it. Next, what is Q learning, edge computing, and explainable AI? So let's first go with Q learning. What is Q learning? A machine learning technique that helps a model learn and improve over time by taking the right action. So Q learning is how we started learning was when we were kid. We were kid, we were jumping, we started walking, and we were running into walls, we were running into different things like bat and fridge or other things when we were kid. And then we started learning it on the basis of experience, on the basis of repetitions. So that same thing is q learning. You improve the AI models, the robotics model, with repeated exposures, or you can say experiences. What is edge computing? What is happening at you know chat gpt right now? Around the world we work, okay, and then chat gpt get all this data back to the center, and then chat gpt retrain the AI model chat gpt. So this is not an effective method. This is costly method. Let's say we are doing some AI activities here, okay, at A place. Now at B place is the center of ChatGPT data center. So whatever we are doing, everything goes back to B, and then they retrain the ChatGPT model. Okay, this is good, but this is not cost effective. If you have one centralized system, then you can do that. But let's say there is robot, and this robot is in our office of Rethink AI, and we have trained this robot specifically for our environment. So do we need to take the entire data set to back to the center to train the AI model? No. In that case, what we can do, AI is the source of our you know data production, or at the center where we are processing the AI data. So instead of sending the entire back to the AI center at the headquarter, we are going to train our robots right here at A place itself. Then we can say that it's edge computing. There are only two methods. One, you train at the source center. Then in our case, it's A, which is Rethink AI office, head office. Then we can say, okay, this is okay, this is edge computing. But if you are sending the data back to OpenAI and their center, then it's not edge computing. And this method is really a bit costly. Okay, both the ideas have their own importance, but this idea is a bit costly. Now, what is explainable AI? A set of process and methods that help us users understand and trust the result of machine learning algorithm. Okay, how we are going to develop the trust with AI? How we are going to develop the transparency with AI? So here, explainable AI is going to help us. Okay, so this was the entire lecture where we have discussed another 18 terms. These terms are far more important, uh, and these terms will help you build the base for the time when we are going to work on what is machine learning and what is robotics, or the time when we are going to connect the principles of AI and IoT, or the principles of AI or robotics. Let me show you another diagram to show you the big picture. Okay, let's say there are I'm just drawing a Venn diagram. Okay, let's say this is AI and this is robotics. The jobs lies at the center. There will be many more jobs. However, let's we draw another circle, and which is AI, robotics, and IoT. Now you can understand the level of jobs which are coming in the market. But do you have that level of expertise? If no, then be with us here at Rethink AI. We are helping you understand all these things. The aim is to get you ahead with the AI and remove the fear of AI from the masses. So key takeaways, please make your notes. Notes making is very important for you. For me, when I was doing my engineerings, my faculties were not that much good in teaching, and I felt there were many things you could do to teach the student. So now I have started teaching, and I love all these concepts. Okay, and I am teaching in the way I have learned artificial intelligence. Okay, I'm teaching you everything step by step. So keep making your notes and stay connected with us. So in the next lecture, either we will focus on AI application, different AI applications, or we will go ahead with this lecture series where we are talking about important AI terms. No one is teaching you all these important things. So I'm going to focus on that. So until we meet again, please go back, watch all the videos on Rethink AI channel, and there are other contents which are coming on there. You can read, you can watch them as well. Please make your notes. If you have not subscribed yet, subscribe to the YouTube channel of Rethink AI. This lecture is prepared by Rethink AI, researched and prepared by Rethink AI, presented by me, Jaideep Parasar, the director, founder, author, keynote speaker, and designed by our beautiful marketing partner, Vista Libreta. So thanks to them as well. And I hope you have liked this presentation. Now, see you soon. Till then, take care and have a great day.